Look what I've got. Fresh from newegg.com, newegg.ca rather. It's another upgrade for the Dell Optiplex 780. I'm really excited. This one's a bit more exciting than the last upgrade we did to the thing, which was a Wi-Fi card. This is a new video card for the machine. May contain awesome, and indeed it does. Let's see what I got. Nothing spectacular, but it's going to be a very nice upgrade nonetheless. Oh, MSI. What could it be? It's a graphics card. We already established that. Alright. Wow, no identifier on it. Well, that sort of gives it away. See if there's, like... No, I don't want to rip the box. Oh, there it is. I guess they don't give you a special box for a video card like this one. Oh, but I'm really excited though. Oh, they say computer parts are a key to a woman's heart. This is a MSI NVIDIA GeForce GT710. A very low-end video card, but it's an up-to-date video card. This will replace the 7-year-old ATI Radeon HD 5450 that's currently in the computer. This was literally the cheapest PCI Express video card on Newegg. It was literally the very cheapest one. This cost me $33, which I think is pretty great. But, you know, I did all the research. This thing has about, according to the benchmarks, this should have about 3 times the power of the card currently in my machine. It'll bump me up from DirectX 11 compatibility to DirectX 12. It's got 1 gigabyte of memory, I think, compared to 512 megs on my current card. And as you can see, it's fanless. It uses the same amount of power as my current card, but it ditches the fan, and that's going to be really nice because the GPU fan is literally the loudest part in that computer. It's way louder than the CPU fan. So this is going to be a really nice upgrade. I'm very excited. It's got a nice beefy heatsink on it. And of course, I run a dual monitor setup. And so this has a DVI port, an HDMI port, and a VGA port. Now unfortunately, if I put this card in, it's going to limit me to just one monitor for now because my current setup, both of my monitors are on VGA. Oh, that's funny, they labeled the VGA port CRT, that's kind of funny. Both of my monitors are currently connected via VGA, but one of them can connect via DVI. But I don't have a DVI cable here. I think I have one at home back at Mom's house, but I'm not sure. If I don't, I'll have to buy one. But it means once I put this card in, I'll be limited to just one monitor for now, which isn't so bad. It'll just be a temporary drawback. But there's the card. That looks, well, it looks very nice. Manufactured a very late tail end of 2016. And I do believe they give you some software with it. Yes, they do. We might not need that. So I'll see if we can get by without having to put it in, get the very latest drivers from online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut her down. Well, first I'm going to uninstall the ATI, I probably should say AMD, the Catalyst Control Center. Forgot what it was called for a minute there. I gotta uninstall that so there's no AMD software getting in the way. And then we'll bring the computer here, yank it out, yank out the old video card and stick this guy in, and we'll see if it works and how well it works. And we will run a benchmark comparing this card to the old card and see how much better it is. Here is the computer and the old video card ready to come out. There's my new wireless card you saw me put in a month or two ago. Still working just excellent. I haven't had an issue with it. Very good spend of the money I put on that. So we get the video card out. Of course, this is a toolless case. That opens up, and then we just press the tab, and the video card should come out. Yes, it does. Alright, and there is ye old AMD Radeon HD 5450. I'll possibly stick this in the Acer Aspire E380, give that a bit of a bump in graphics power, even though I don't use that computer for anything graphics intensive, but why not? Now, the new card, pull that red cover off the port, and we will stick it in. Close the thing, and Bob's your uncle. She is in. When I was researching video cards, I almost considered getting the GT 1030. That's a card with far more power than this card, about oh gosh, I think maybe 6, 7, 8 times more power than the old card. About triple the power of this card, and it was a bit more power. I did the calculations as I always do, and it actually was a bit more power for the money, bit more power per dollar, but it was also fanless, so the card was quite a bit longer than this one, and it had a bit of a thicker heatsink, and so I wasn't confident if it would fit in this odd case. And just looking right now, I think I might have made the smart choice, because, oh, especially when you look at that blue, the way that blue tab is arranged, I might not have been able to get the 1030 to fit in this case. So I think I might have made a smart choice not waiting until Christmas and getting the 1030, because by the looks of it, I don't think it would have actually fit in this case. That's the challenge with a non-standard design of a computer, like most name brand computers are. So I think I made the smart choice getting this card. So anyway, let's set this thing back up, plug in my one monitor I'm going to be using for now, and we'll see how it works, run some benchmarks. Alright, let's give her the old college try. Ah yes, alright. Wow, once the CPU fan quiets down, this thing is so quiet now. Like I said, it was the GPU fan with its sort of grindy noise that made the most noise in that computer. Oh, it's almost silent now. I can't hear it over the noise of the dehumidifier in the hallway. Very, very nice. Oh shit. Oh god, that's not cool. I have never seen, that's the first time I've ever gotten the sad face of death. Oh frick, that's not good. Well, after a few failed boot attempts, I turned it off, and I turned it back on with the expectation of booting it into safe mode, but it just started right up here. Now there's, I can tell it's in a failsafe video mode, it's not at the right resolution. But I'm wondering, did it actually boot up? Looks like it actually did. It's, of course, the video's all messed up, but it looks like it decided to boot on its own, which is nice. Alright. We'll see if it can detect the video card on its own, or if I have to invoke something, but let me tell you, that sad face of death, that was not cool. Well, it looks like it installed NVIDIA GeForce GT 710, and it's at the right resolution now, so it looks like, yeah, there it is. Quite a late driver as well. So it all looks good. But boy, that was one rough start. I'll tell you what. Yeah, there we go, and it recognizes the 1 gig of video memory. Cool, I like it. So what I'm going to do next is we will open Passmark Performance Test, and we'll do a test and see how much better, hopefully, the benchmarks are. Well, it's running the little splash screen animation at almost 700 frames per second. That's a lot better than before. And run benchmark. Alright, we'll come back when it finishes. Alright, so the benchmarks are in, and we do have quite a significant upgrade in the graphics benchmarks over the old benchmarks. Not actually as much of an upgrade as I expected, but still fairly significant nonetheless. So our main score here, 1391.6, that's up from 1256. 2D graphics actually didn't increase hardly any. 367, that's up from 363, so basically no increase there. But 3D graphics made quite a jump. 494, that's up from 319. So I expected that to be a little more of an increase just based on what I read, but I think overall that's a pretty good increase. That was an increase from the 23rd percentile up to the 35th percentile. So that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Like I said, I expected higher, but I'm just thinking of like the benchmark score I read online versus the benchmark score for the old card that I read online. But yeah, I think overall when you look at the increase, especially looking at the percentiles, this is to be expected, and yeah, I'm very happy with that. Now here's the next thing, something I just thought of now actually, is how fast can we render video now? Because we've now upped from a DirectX 11 to a DirectX 12 card, and this card has, you know, it advertises like 100 and something CUDA cores, CUDA, which is something that I'm not knowledgeable of. But I know it's good for GPU processing, and I think it's useful for video rendering and stuff like that. So I want to see how much faster this thing renders video now. So I'm going to prepare a clip of video like I normally would. Now, as you know, when I upgraded this computer from its original Core 2 Duo to its Core 2 Quad that it has now, there was a significant decrease in the amount of time that it takes to render video. It rendered in almost real time, but that was back when I was using my old video process, and now I'm using the new process that produces 720p 60 frame per second video. And so when I switched to that new process, the video rendering time slowed significantly, and now it's this thing renders video, at least with the old card, about as fast as back when it had the Core 2 Duo and I was using the old rendering, the old editing process. But now I want to see with this new card, if maybe, I think it might be a tall order, but maybe with my new video process that takes a lot longer, maybe I can get rendering times back down to near real time. That would be quite cool. So I've queued up 1 minute of video here, spoiler alert, 1 minute of video, and it's going to be rendered with my new process. So I'm going to go render. Also, we'll see, go to that one. I'll just see if it says check GPU. Now it says CUDA is available. That's new, and that's very good. Before it used to say OpenCL was available, because the old card didn't have CUDA rendering, that thing I just talked about. But this thing does have CUDA, so Sony Vegas can now use CUDA, and that'll render a lot faster potentially. I'm pretty excited. Give that a garbage name. Alright, let's see how fast it goes. Well, it's not real time. As a matter of fact, it doesn't look a whole lot faster. I should have done a test beforehand. I didn't catch how long it took beforehand, but by the looks of this, it's going to take about 4 minutes to render 1 minute of video. 4 times 10 is 40 minutes for a 10-minute video. My videos are usually on the order of 20 to 30 minutes, so 40 times 2, 80, that's an hour 20 for a 20-minute video, or 2 hours for a 30-minute video, and I think that's a little bit faster than what I've been getting. So that's good. That's about it for testing the new video card for my main computer, the Dell Optiplex 780, NVIDIA GeForce GT 710, $33 on Newegg Canada, so it's probably a bit cheaper on the US Newegg. One of the lowest end real video cards you can get, but it's a nice upgrade from my old card. So yeah, I think it was a good spend of money, and will once again, as I've said before, keep this computer running for years to come. So yeah, very happy with that, and boy, this computer is so quiet now without that rattly GPU fan on the old card. So there you go, folks. So a little PS for this video, it's the next day and I discovered something that makes this new video card 100% worthwhile. Here you see Minecraft, which is a little odd for this channel. And then running behind it is OBS, the Open Broadcast Software, which is used for screen recording, for making videos, like gamers use it to make videos of games on their computers, and they use it for live streaming and stuff like that. I've had this idea for a little while now that, you know, I've just sort of gotten back into playing Minecraft. I was really into it in like 2013, 2014, and then I just fell out of it, and then just recently I all of a sudden decided to get back into it, load up my old world, which I had backed up, and play around with it. And I've thought, well, you know, they've done a ton of upgrades, a ton of updates to Minecraft since I last played it, and I thought, well, maybe it'd be kind of cool if I made perhaps at least one video, just me playing Minecraft, maybe even a mini-series. As a matter of fact, my boyfriend and I have discussed maybe he would join in on me in these videos as a guest via audio. But anyway, I've kind of considered doing that for a video, just record myself playing Minecraft and all the fun things you do there. But the problem is, back when I had the old video card in this computer, I could not get it to record very well at all. The only way, you know, there was like a ton of stuttering in OBS trying to record Minecraft, and I could only get a satisfactory recording if I recorded at this really low resolution at 20 frames per second, which isn't very good. And with the settings set such that it did really crude scaling, and so it made it quite blurry and it just didn't look nice at all. Well, I found out, to my great surprise with this new video card, I can record Minecraft at 720p, 30 frames per second, the better quality scaling mode, and it looks beautiful and it works perfectly, no stuttering at all, and Minecraft itself still runs at a solid 60 frames per second. I was blown away. I didn't imagine that it would totally solve my OBS screen recording problem, but it did, and that's awesome. So yeah, all the more reason to maybe just as a little experiment, maybe a mini series at most, a video or more of just playing around with Minecraft, so I may do that in the future. But yeah, that new video card has totally made that possible now, so it's been totally worthwhile, totally worth the money to buy this new video card just for that, so that's awesome.